Hey, everybody, and welcome to the 10-Minute Book Talk, where three best-selling authors chat all things books with you for 10 short, sweet minutes. I'm Katherine Reay, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Rachel Linden and Marie Bostwick. And today we have the special treat of talking with Rhys Bowen and her wonderful new book, Mrs. Endicott's Splendid Adventure.
Oh, I
I
love that title.
thoroughly enjoyed this splendid adventure and know you will too. But let's have Rhys tell us a little bit about it.
Well,
Thank
thanks. Hi, everybody. Um, Ellie Endicott has been the perfect wife when her husband blindsides her, wanting a divorce and wanting to marry a younger woman. He thinks she'll go away quietly, live in a cottage and keep cats. Instead of that, she steals his beloved Bentley, and with two other women to whom society has played a mean trick, they drive together down to the south of France, where she finds an abandoned villa and wants to bring it back to life and creates a whole new life for herself. So it's a really lovely, warm tale until World War II intervenes. And then she is stuck in a dangerous position in the south of France. She's an enemy alien. What's she going to do? And the south of France is pretty much overlooked by the Nazis until 1943, when they come in force. And then life gets very serious. And it's a really feel-good book, I think, but there's bad things happen, sad things happen. But overall, there's this feeling of bonding and unity that I think, drives the whole story.
Mm.
you.
Love this is the kind of book is right up my alley. So I love this. I love the whole, we were talking about it before we came on camera, before you came on, we decided it was a coming of middle age book.
Yeah.
And so there is a lot of charm, but at the same time, yes, you said it in quite an interesting time period, beginning in 1938, just before the war. So tell us a little bit about, was that part of your original inspiration, why you picked that period, and what kind of work you think the period does in the novel?
Yeah, well, I think I've written quite a few books now set in that time around World War II. And I think it was the last time where we've had this great feeling of heightened emotions, a great sense of good versus evil. And, every war since then has been tainted with shades of gray. And World War II, it was a time of good versus evil, also a time when people were called to do things that were way beyond their capabilities, and yet they went ahead and did them. And I think I wanted that in the story. Obviously, if Mrs. Endicott goes to the south of France, she finds a lovely villa, she lives there happy ever after. It's great for her, but it's not the best story, Something has to challenge her in her life. And of course, this is the worst of challenges that she gets and comes through it with. I wanted to show throughout the whole book how she grows as a person. She's led his life until then. She's entertained his friends. She's been the perfect wife. And now she's finally called upon to be the woman she's supposed to be. And having to deal with Nazis living in your town and people disappearing in the war is about the biggest challenge you could ever find.
So while it's titled, you bring up a good point there, while it's titled Mrs. Endicott's Splendid Adventure, there are challenges for every character, and you have created this incredible ensemble cast. So my question is, because readers, you will love the whole cast of characters, but my question is, was there a favorite for you? Because Mrs. Endicott I adored, but there were others I really loved too.
I have to say I have a real soft spot for both Tommy and Clive, who are the British gay couple who live this really nice life there. And when you hear their backstory, how they met on the battlefield in World War I, when Tommy was assigned to be the person who went to collect the dead bodies, and how he saved Clive, and then they fell in love, and because of the climate at that time, they were going to be arrested, and so they had to flee to the south of France. And they just lead this relaxed and loving life. They're accepted by the village. They have two goats. They grow their own vegetables, and they're just really warm and funny, loving people. So I think they were delightful to write about.
Oh, I love that. So I feel like this is a feel-good story, but you also have a lot of very deep themes in it. So you have themes of war, of aging, of displacement, of what happens when your life falls apart and you have to make a new life.
female friendships, which I'm a sucker for a good female friendship story. My goodness. And I'm just curious, as you are exploring all of these things wrapped in this delightful package in the south of France, what is it that you really hope readers take away from the story?
I think as you're talking about themes, I think female bonding and second chances are the thing that drive. We see each of those women who come to the south of France who have been restricted by the role they were placed in England, have been able to blossom in ways they never could have foreseen. And so I think that whole of second chances, and also it's because they're supporting each other that all these wonderful things can happen. So I think that's the overall theme as far as I was concerned. Is I wanted Ellie to realize that you're never too old for that new life, for that second chance, if you take it. If she hadn't run away with the Bentley, if she had accepted a cottage in a seaside town and volunteered at church for the rest of her life, that's probably what one would have expected. She did. And Dora and Mavis both did too. They both took that chance, and then taking the chance that the community in France will accept them, which of course it did. So, you know, and not only that, but Ellie finds romance, Mavis finds romance, you know, so you're never too old for that second fire of romance in your life. I like that bit too.
We all liked that bit.
Yes, yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, readers, this is an absolute charming, wonderful, and splendid adventure. So I hope you go out and grab a copy. But Rhys, before we let you go, I have one more question for you. We ask every author, and what is bringing you joy today?
Oh, well, that's an easy one. I'm staying with my daughter and son-in-law. They've rented a house on the beach in San Diego. So I woke up this morning watching a huge flight of pelicans going past the window. And I'm going to put my bathing suit on and just walk a few yards and sit under the canopy on the beach and take out the paddleboard and have my book with me, and it will be quite a delightful day.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds
We are
perfect.
really sorry we're not there too.
We really are. That sounds perfect.
Yes, yeah.
Well, thank you for spending a moment of your absolutely delightful, splendid day with us. And readers, thank you also for spending this time with us. Go grab a copy of this book, and next week, come back here again for more discussions with authors on the 10-Minute Book Talk. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you for inviting me. Bye.
Thanks for having me.